this here.
Hello everyone. Welcome to our session today for the Be Money Wiser Talks. We thank God so much for this day. We thank Him for enabling us to convene for this talk, and we pray that as we plan and share, we can improve various aspects of our lives and live a more fulfilled and prosperous life. We thank God for today. Amen. Now, a lot has happened this week. A lot has happened. But for today, I just wanted us to focus on two major issues. I have received a number of stories about people that have lost or been robbed, if I may say, but they have lost property because of various issues here and there. One of them is a case of someone who was downtown, and they were stopped by a group of people, and these people are like, you know what, give us your phone. And the person lost their phone. Another case is someone who was in a residential area, but these guys, you know, like how you're taking a walk in the evening and possibly you're going back home, but this person lost his phone the same way. So ladies and gentlemen, much as the situation is stabilizing, if I may say, and most of the issues to do with life are going back to normal, possibly, let us continue to be a little bit more vigilant in how we really monitor our lives. Let's be a little bit more careful so that we do not face any risk or face any basically security risk as we plan our lives. So be careful. Now, the other pertinent issue I needed us to discuss today is, okay, I'll talk about it more in the topic for today, but I've been receiving a number of questions to do with how people can make their day-to-day decisions when it comes to planning for their money, investing, and things of that sort. But ladies and gentlemen, I needed to emphasize this today, that yes, much as Be Money Wiser has the provision and the opportunity for you to come in and plan for a one-on-one session to enable you to make a wiser decision here and there, let us also try to read more. I've realized we are not putting in more time to read and understand whatever it is we are planning to venture into. So I'm still seeing that there is a big problem of people seeking to be pointed to the right direction. Most of us want that voice from someone that, what should I do? Should I invest in this or this? Should I do this or that? The best way in which you can do this for your life and for yourself, especially in planning for your finances, is simply by increasing your knowledge. Increase your knowledge on particular things so that you're able to make wiser decisions every time you're faced with a scenario. Continue following us, because we know that we talk about a number of these issues, and for the people who follow us, we have seen a significant improvement in their decision making. So try to follow us, try to understand and get to know more about how to plan for your finances so that you make sound decisions with your money. So Peter, thank you for joining. Moses, Becky, I can see you. Darius, thank you for joining. And Monica, thank you so much for following us today. And to the rest that are watching, thank you for following us today. So I needed us to emphasize that so that we are able to make wiser decisions ourselves. Are we together? Because every time you ask someone, should I do this or should I do that? They give you based on their experiences. All the advice you receive is based on their experiences. But when you open up your mind, increase your intellect, you'll be able to make sound decisions with your money. So today I wanted to talk about a number of money myths. Myths. Okay, M-Y-T-H-S, myths. These are the things that the perceptions that some of us have to do with money, but we are going to try to demystify some of them today so that we see if we can make wiser decisions having understood the given concepts better. Now, the first one is the one I was telling you that's linked to a question that I was asked during this week. Now, there is a Be Money Wiser member who had a challenge with their child. They bought a piggy bank for this child to be able to learn how to save, but they felt that possibly there is something they are not doing right because the child was not opening up to what they were trying to teach them. You know, you're trying to tell this child, keep the money, let us learn how to save and do something bigger with our money. But normally, the child may not be forthcoming and easily understand what you're talking about. Now, one of the myths we normally have in life, even when we were children, we had this myth that money issues are for adults. Children should just be children, go to school, study, and at the end of it all, they will understand money when the time comes. But that is changing a great deal lately because, as you know, even from a very young age, a child can start earning a living. You know that? There is this kid, what's his name? The kid, the musician that sings. Fresh Kid. He's a young guy. He's a below age per se, but he's earning money. And imagine if he had a better understanding about money, he can start still at that early age to plan for the rest of his life. But world over, we have seen people getting blessed. You know, it's normally a blessing. You have a talent, but some of you it kicks off at a young age. Others it kicks off midlife. Others when you're old, like the guy who started KFC. He got a breakthrough at 60. So that's when you now start seeing the real money coming in. But how much knowledge do you have to manage that money? So from a young age, let us persist to teach these children. Now, linking this to the issue that I was talking to you about this week, children generally do not understand what this money business is all about. So even as you're trying to communicate saving, they do not know why they should do it. They do not even understand what you're talking about in the first place. So you always need to go back to the basics to enable this child to understand the value of money. Now, most of this they will learn from you as a parent. They will see how you handle your finances, how you plan. For the parents that involve their children, it will be easy for you to explain to them some of these things so that they are able to grasp the value of money and also to understand what exactly money is used for. You know, we have a challenge in developing countries. We look at money as the target. They ask you, what job would you like to do? Any job. Why? Because I want to earn money. That's all we want. We just want money. We forget that as long as you put value on the table, that is when now you can ultimately earn money. So these children need to understand the value that comes with money, the use of money. The fact that when you have money, you can acquire every other thing else you have. It is a medium of exchange. Now imagine, for some of us, the medium is the end. Our target is, I want money. I want to accumulate this amount of money. It is money, money, money. But your aim in life is not just to accumulate money. It means you have not found purpose in your life if you're just looking at money. So we need to teach our children to appreciate life, appreciate work, appreciate earning the money, appreciate planning for the money. And as they are planning, you throw in the issue of saving. And then as they are learning how to save, you also give them a target. Some of us, Christmas reaches and you start giving children excuses. You know, this year has been tough. I don't have money, you know. But if the child has been saving throughout the year, meaning you have made a deliberate effort. Once a week, you can have a ceremony of saving. Put some money in the bank. Or on a daily basis for the parents that come back with coins and what. You can give the children on a daily basis to see how the money grows. So that at the end of the year, as they are buying something they have planned for the rest of the year, they will understand that, oh, I actually needed to keep some money so that at the end of the year, I can do something beneficial out of it. So Saving, looking at just teaching the children how to save in itself may not be sufficient, but endeavor to show them the value of money and the uses of money so that they can make an informed decision going forward. And we would look forward to see that our children grow up to become very knowledgeable and more careful than our generation in the way in which they plan for their money. Okay, so start slowly but surely. But your children need to understand money from a young age. Now, the second myth I need us to look at is in the Bible. For some of us, I think Becky can help us get the Bible verse that talks about the love of money is the root of all evil. Becky, help us get that verse. You put it for us there properly. Kabahweza, I can see you. Thank you so much for joining. Now, the love of money is the root of all evil. I've interacted with a number of groups and taught a number of people that have tried to challenge me with this verse. And the argument in most cases is that you guys are telling us to plan for money, make money, grow money, but the Bible tells us that the love of money is the root of all evil. Now, in translating this verse, most of us interpret it as money is the root of all evil. So most people cut it short to that meaning. But remember, it says, for the love of money is the root of all evil. Oh my God, Becky, thank you so much. You are so prompt in updating us. So it's 1 Timothy 6:10. For the love of money is the root of all evil. You can continue with that, with the rest of the verse, but I'll focus on that first part. Guys, money is good. It is okay to have money. It is okay to work hard. It is okay to strive to move your life to the next level. It is okay. But now the love of money is similar to the previous point I was talking about. People who focus on, I want money, I want money, I want more money, I want this. That's how we end up in corruption, because we are trying to accumulate money, money, money. Money in a life of no purpose is useless. Actually, if your focus was getting purpose in your life, the money is automatic. As long as you have purpose in your life, what is it you're aspiring to achieve? Have you understood who you are and what you would want to gain out of this life? What are you good at? What are those talents God gave you that you can enable you to earn a living? You will make all the money you wish to have. However, we focus on, I want money, 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 money. Now that is the love of money. Just wanting money. That's how we end up stealing. That's how we end up in corruption and things of that sort, because we want money. But if you had purpose, if you are hardworking, actually money that you have not worked for, in my opinion, does not taste as good as money that you've worked for. Because it is your money, you've earned it, you feel, yes, you deserve this money. I don't know how people eat the money they have not worked for, because I don't think it's as tasty. So guys, money is good. You can earn the money, but earn it focusing it on your purpose in life. And it is that purpose that will enable you to earn more money for you. But don't just look for money in itself, because the more you look for it, is the more it will run away from you. But if you get purpose, the money will come looking for you. It will now start chasing you, and you're like, my goodness, this money, let it give me a break. Are we together? Okay, so that's the second myth. Now the third myth is in relationships. Last week we talked about relationships, and we're going to talk a bit about it in this third myth, that in relationships, money issues are the responsibility of a man. Money issues are the responsibility of a man. Now, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that is the ideal. That is how we were created, that men are maybe stronger, more hardworking, they can easily sustain the livelihoods of the woman who is at home looking after the children, etc. But over the years, like we talked last week, we have seen issues of women emancipation, women's rights. Women have been given a platform to start earning, and in most cases they end up earning even much bigger than, you know, the men. Now, do you continue with the saying that money is the responsibility of a man? Like I told you last week, if you have decided to move on in your life with this person, endeavor to plan together, because you cannot be together but plan separately. Then what are you building? What kind of family are you building? In money issues, planning for resources is best together. Sit down, make your budgets together, allocate resources together, and see that you can move your lives in the right direction. You are also teaching your children how to plan for money from the way they see you planning for money in your families. So we have moved away from it being the sole responsibility of the man. Yes, it's nice for the man to earn and look after the family. Yes, do it, it's good. But if the woman is in position to back you up, back him up. Why not? Now, this is for people in permanent relationships. About the people dating, we can talk about that in more detail. But for the people in permanent relationships, you're married. Permanent, I mean you're married. And some of us are married. There is this new law whereby if you've stayed in a certain period with a person, you have children, you're as good as married. Well, the permanent arrangements. It is good for us to learn how to plan for this money together. And your life will be a little bit easier. Now, we have another myth that you've heard this being said so often, that Banange, women love money. Women love money. You cannot date a woman and she just likes you for who you are. They are always after money. Have you heard that before? And I think some of us think that. And also there are women out there who may also think the same thing. But ladies and gentlemen, it's kind of a myth that women are out after money. Now, I had given people who are dating a break a bit in the previous point. But in this point, when you are dating a woman, you have to put something, you have to put something out there to show that you are really interested in this person. Now, most of us assume that whatever you put on the table should be financial. But there are so many things that can show that a man is thoughtful and is caring and is focused and responsible beyond money. There are so many things. But what I've observed with most of the men is that because they do not have money, they do not even try. They start, you cannot even give someone a phone call. You're looking for money. You don't have money. You cannot even, in those days, our days, okay, some of you think I'm young, but our days, people would even just send a song to dedicate a nice song. You're moving somewhere looking for money, you're hustling, and you hear a nice song. You send it to the girl, and you tell her, you know what? This is a very nice song, and it made me think about you. Some of you cannot even do that. The bare minimum. How much is a rose? One flower, a rose. Okay, you're broke, you don't have money, you cannot pursue a woman. But there's this woman you really love and you want her to wait for you a bit. Even a rose, you can't buy it. Okay, before coming here, I wanted to get the proper pricing of a bouquet of maybe a dozen of roses, or to show you the proper picture that you can actually afford some of these things, but you reluctantly do not do them because I don't have money. Stop blaming money for your irresponsibility. There is no woman who will warm up to you if you cannot at least do something to show her that, you know what? I am in this until, but right now things are not so well, but when the things stabilize, you will be the first one to know. Do something to show this person that you're serious. And it's amazing about how small the things that can touch a woman's heart are. But some of us do not even do the little things that can make this woman feel loved and feel cared for and things of that sort. So women are not after money. They are not. But they want men that show that you are really out there. You're really focused on moving forward with this person. Now, that's why they end up in that dilemma of also looking for men who seem to be looking in that direction. And in some cases, it is what? It is the so-called men who have money. They may not even have that much money, but they are what? More thoughtful, more caring, and you know, they are going out of their way to show this person that they are serious. But then again, there are women who also may be after money, but possibly we can have a guest on the show to share that with us. But for us to understand this better, we can stop there at that. Be a little bit creative, be a little bit more responsible, share your life with this person, explain what you're going through, and support each other until you get that breakthrough. So it's not necessarily about money, but for you to be able to make the best with what you have. Yeah, like an evening walk. How much is an evening walk? Just take the chick for a walk. There is a story that I share in one of my books about a gentleman who was dating a lady, and the first time he picked her up for the date, he knocks at the lady's gate. The lady comes and she asks, "But how are we going?" And the gentleman said, "I have come for you, let us go." Now this lady is like, we go? How? The gentleman is like, "How did you expect me to come for you? Where is your car?" is what the lady said. The gentleman told this lady, "You know what? I don't have a car. But if you want me to carry you on my back, I will carry you and we shall have a good time." And as I speak, they are happily married in spite of the fact that this gentleman came from a humble background. Now, speaking of humble backgrounds, that's the next point that I wanted us to talk about. Most of us have the myth that the people from rich backgrounds are the people who make it in life, while those from humble backgrounds do not. And that is a myth. Life and what you get out of life is not so much about where you came from. It's all about what are you planning to do going forward with your life. So we've seen a number of people who came from humble backgrounds, possibly parents are maybe in rural areas and they have struggled to pay for this person's school fees. Some people went through UPE, the universal primary education, and things of the sort, like the public schooling, but they have made it to university, gotten very good jobs, and have been able to stand out there, support their families, and move their lives in the right direction. So it doesn't matter where you're from. Some people are from very good backgrounds, very good opportunities out there for them, but they are also not successful. So it is up to you to know the purpose for your life and to build yourself in the right direction. Now, the next point is about being a miser to grow your wealth. Some people assume that you have to be a miser for you to be able to accumulate wealth. So you find that some people are earning money, but let me say, for example, the shirt you're wearing, especially for men, you can see a gentleman, very smart, but somehow when you look here on the collar of the shirt, there are even holes. You know those holes that come here on the collar? Because the man is saving. He's keeping his money. He does not want to what? To waste money. He's keeping money so that he can be able to do something bigger in his life. Then you find that some people are earning money, but there is hardly food to eat at home. Because what? I am saving. So we are going to be eating posho and beans until, because I am saving. Others, you possibly wear a shoe that you really see this shoe is old. It has even, you know how the shoe can go on the side and it tilts on one side. And it is very, very old. But you cannot get yourself a decent pair of shoes because you're like, you know what? I am saving. And some of us have loads and loads of money. Some of you do not even keep them in banks. You want to keep it here where you can massage it. You check and look at it and you say, oh yes, my money is there, and you relax. Your life gets back because you feel you want your money to grow. You're still in the first group of people that we talked about, people who focus on money and not purpose in life. You even fail to invest the money because you're thinking, what if I do not get profit? What if I don't, you prefer keeping the money. Ladies and gentlemen, your purpose in life is not to keep money, just to have money and know that you have money. No. You need to find that thing that God put you on this planet to do, and for you to be successful at it and to be able to transform your life and transform your loved ones' lives. So if you do not yet know your purpose in life, take more time reflecting on your life. Take more time reflecting on what are you good at? What are the things you love? The things that put your soul on fire. Personally, the more I do these talks, when I'm training you guys, when I hear someone saying that, you know what, before I couldn't accumulate any money to do anything meaningful in my life, but now I have achieved this and that stuff puts my life on fire. So I do not care how much energy and effort and time I put into Be Money Wiser issues. It is because I believe in it and I know it's going to transform people's lives. And as it transforms people's lives, you people, me, I get energized and happy to do a lot more so that more people can be able to achieve this. Now, most cases I talk to people like, there are people who are into farming. Let me say he has a banana plantation. And when you talk to that person and he tells you about bananas, you really see this person's eyes light up. You see his soul on fire because he is talking about bananas. Some people own whatever it is you are passionate about. How can you grow it and monetize it so that you can earn from it, but you do it until further notice? Normally I hear people talking about retire young. They are seeking to retire young. If I can get money and I retire when I'm young. You people, when you find your purpose in life, the purpose will end when you're dead. The purpose will end when you are dead. You don't need to retire if you find what you're passionate about. You do not need to retire. I normally joke that even when I'm 90, I may be on a walking stick like this, talking about plan for your money well. I will still do it because I believe in it and I'm passionate about it, and I do not need to retire from it because I love it. So what is that you love so much, that you enjoy doing so much, that you do not need to let go of? Back to the miser. Your aim is not just to keep money. Your aim is to use the money, all the money that enters your life, to use it wiser. And for you to use it wiser, you're going to grow your knowledge so that you know which products. Yesterday, I got a phone call from someone asking more about investment options and things of the sort. Where can I put my money? But I was so happy to get this phone call because this was a young girl, 17 years old. By the way, those are the only ones who can call me for such an interaction. The rest of you, please come in for proper consultations that we talk about these issues. But the main aim of that is talk about, explore your options as you still can. It doesn't matter how young you are, how old you are. Explore the options so that you grow your money instead of just keeping money. So we have a quote in Be Money Wiser that says, don't be a miser, be money wiser. So if you're mising around, making your life hard, making your loved ones' lives complicated because you're saving money, it's not going to take you anywhere. So Estella, I can see you. Thank you so much for joining. Okay. Now, another myth that we can possibly close with is most cases when I've started interacting with people and they are struggling with their finances, there's one task I start off with. I normally ask you to do your budget. But we do it in a more systematic way, whereby I let you write down your expenses, possibly for 2 months, 3 months, and I see how you are planning your finances. Now, this last myth is about, we have a preconception that you cannot plan for little money. you cannot plan for little money. Most cases I meet groups of people, and the key question they ask me is, how can I plan for this little money? Yet even this little money, I cannot survive with it. Now, when I take you through that exercise of writing for me, everything you do with your money, I can easily size up your life. By this I mean, I can tell you what your life is all about. And we can easily discuss and systematically find ways of weeding out the issues in your life that may be stopping you from being able to plan for your money. Now, whatever amount of money you're earning, big money, little money, whatever money it is, you ought to be able to plan for it. Are we together? It doesn't matter. I've talked to possibly, let me give an example of market vendors. They seemingly earn less. A lady can tell you in a day, I get 20,000, you know. 20,000 in dollars is equivalent to around $5 per day. And this person can tell you that they have built their house as we speak. They have paid school fees for their children. And they are still working in that. You know, a money wiser person does not get lost in a crowd. Even when you enter the market, they have the best fruits, they have the best layout, they are the cleanest, they have the best customer care, in spite of them being located in a market setup. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what am I trying to tell you? All money can be planned for, and you can achieve whatever you aspire for, given the financial phase of your life. The biggest challenge we face is that we want things of 10 years from now within 2 months. The things you ought to plan for maybe 5 years, 10 years, you normally want them immediately, now, today. You want them today. But for money to grow from generation to generation, it needs a firm foundation. And that firm foundation can only be built by you planning for every little money you're blessed to receive from today, however small it is. And as we continue our journey on Be Money Wiser, you'll be able to systematically plan and continue ironing out and weeding out some of these things in your life that may be derailing you from achieving your plans. Actually, you can, in the comments, share with us some of the things that derail you from planning for your finances, and possibly we can discuss those further in our next discussion. So, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of talk today. I am hoping you have learned a thing or two that can help you improve something in your life. Yes, the Be Money Wiser talks take place every Sunday, so it would be good that you can join us every Sunday at 3 p.m. East African time for us to be able to discuss further. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments and we can always review them in the subsequent talks that we have. For some of you that require one-on-one appointments, go on our Facebook page and get our WhatsApp number. Send us a WhatsApp and follow up with one of our assistants to try to fix an appointment. Now, I am reminded that for you that are struggling to keep track of your expenses and planning for your expenses on a daily basis, we have a book. I don't know if you can see this. We have a book called Spend Wiser. Now, this book will enable you to keep track of how you plan for your finances on a daily basis. And as you're doing this, we can slowly but steadily streamline the way in which we plan for our finances. But even as you fix an appointment with us, we can always take you through some of these ways in which you can plan for your money better. Otherwise, the piggy banks are also available. You can also order one from our WhatsApp number and it will be delivered. For some of you that want to join our WhatsApp group where we continue with this discussion on a weekly basis, you can always post your number in the comments or send us a message and we shall be able to take you through the process so that you can join us. Otherwise, I'll stop here for now. and let's be money wiser. Okay, bye.